Hi everyone, it's Anissa here from AnissaJane.com, the ladies meeting, and I wanted to invite you to some studio time, some private time for yourself. I have been taking some courses with Mindvalley from Vishen, I'm not going to try and say his last name, of Mindvalley, and also EverCoach, and really enjoying this upper level leadership training. And I wanted to share one of my favorite things from the Inner Circle coaching that I'm doing. And one of them is I'm building into the motivational book that is for free download over at AnissaJane.com. It's going to be built right into that book. And it's the 3 most important questions to designing your beautiful life. For people that have known me for a long time, and I don't know what the science of it was, but I was able to set a vision and have it come true. And I didn't always have the money to make things happen. I went out for dinner with some friends last night, and they were like, "Oh my God, you have an amazing outfit," but they know I did not pay more than $20 for it. And I'm wearing designer jacket, designer shoes, designer whatever. I just set this vision in my mind, and for some reason, it shows up. And it's really exciting to really start to play with that energy and have fun with it. I knew I wanted to live in a beautiful house on the lake in Whistler. Boom, it's happened. It didn't happen overnight. It took a long time. It took quite a journey to get here after watching my kids grow up and deciding where to live eventually. So it's not stuff that just happened. It's working with that energy and believing in yourself and surrounding yourself with people that believe the same thing as well, which is sometimes a challenge too. So there will be a worksheet for you to download. It's called 3 Most Important Questions for Designing Your Beautiful Life. But you could also just, if you want to just do this right now, do it in your iPhone. If you've got Evernote, set up a little template there so that you can keep working on it, or just pull up notes. If you've got any, most of our phones have a note page or something to just type in. And the other part you do is you're going to set your timer. I'll do it for you this time, but if you want to do this with someone else or do it with your kids or partner, loved one, set the timer to 90 seconds. And we're going to talk about experiences, growth, and contribution. So basically, we're going to look at means versus ends goals. So often when I used to teach vision boarding for other companies and that, I would often see people look at, like, I want to have $1 million, or they put a number on it. And sometimes I found that when you decide, for example, instead of what it was going to cost me to have a view of the lake when I wake up in the morning, I decided I want a view of the lake when I wake up in the morning, and I decided to not worry about how that would happen, not the means, not the money part of that goal. It was creating that vision in my head, which is why we do the vision board, so it becomes more believable, but not worrying about the dollars and cents that it would take, and just enjoy the journey for when it does show up. Really, really interesting. So I would look at the big picture and what I would want and start making those goals come true. So I'm going to challenge you to do this. So print it off, and I'm going to talk a little bit during the 90 seconds. And I really think that this will help you achieve some of your goals, especially if you're having a challenge with motivation or not achieving your goals. Maybe look at these in a different way and see how they apply to where you want to get to and how you get there, and just kind of let the magic happen as well. It's kind of fun. So we're going to start with experiences. I'm going to start a 90-second timer here. I'm going to hit start. And under experiences, you might want to travel somewhere. You might see a place that you want to go, but don't worry about the time and the money that it's going to take to get there. You might want to include some health goals. So it might be experiencing a lot of people are into doing the intermittent fasting, or maybe you want to make bulletproof coffee every morning for the next 3 weeks. Or I've just, I love doing 30-day challenges because it helps me build a new habit and lets me try on something, do journaling for 30 days. Or last March, I started biking to work, started as a 30-day challenge, and it ended when it started snowing. And what do you want your fitness goals to be like? What do you want your relationship goals to look at. 35 seconds left. Maybe you want to have really good sex. Things that you want to make or create. Things that you want to spend time doing. Maybe you want to have, I call this studio time, business studio, art studio. Doesn't matter what you call it. I think studio is a place of creation. So I love that correlation. Maybe there's trips that you want to do. Maybe there's clothes that you want to wear or certain fat. Maybe you want to convert your whole wardrobe to cotton and not have any synthetics in your wardrobe. Basically, and my favorite, what view do you want to wake up to in the morning? What do you want to experience? And stop. There we go. Stop. Stop. Don't try and go on. Just stop. Let it go. Let it sit. And we're going to move on to growth. So under growth, okay, we're going to get ready. We're going to start again. What new skills do you want to learn? And when we learn new things, we discover new things about ourselves. Or for example, one of the reasons I love to go and learn to do new kayaking skills is because it scares the crap out of me and it helps release some energy. So sometimes when you go and learn something and challenge yourself to growth, so things that you might be writing down now, you've still got a full minute to go. Maybe there's some books that you want to read. Maybe there's a new language you want to take. Maybe it's some leadership goals because you're leading a group of people and you want to learn more skills for leadership. Maybe you want to learn about emotional intelligence. Maybe you've had challenges with relationships, people that you're butting heads with, or you just are learning to cut certain types of people out of your life. Those are skills, those are growths. Sometimes it's very hard to say no to spending time with people that aren't putting you in the right state of mind. Maybe there's people you want to get to know deeply. Maybe you want to work on your spiritual life. Maybe you want to learn to cook. We went out for an amazing meal last night. Well, I want to, for supper club, I want to learn to make that amazing meal. Maybe you want to work on your mental health, or number one thing, huge topic, maybe you want to learn to sleep better or just use your tools better so you can be more efficient and have more time in your life. 4 seconds left. Are you ready? And we're done. Right. So the next one is contribution. Most people I know now, or the people I choose to hang out with, do some sort of volunteering. They don't need to be voluntold. As far as contribution goes, I spent a lot of my time in my 20s and my 30s as a parent. And something that I noticed is, as a young parent, sometimes I had some challenges and stuff, but when I chose to get involved with the school pack or making cookies, just helping other people achieve their goals, maybe it was a baking fundraiser, it helped me get out of my own mind when I'm helping someone else. And then, for example, it got into bigger stuff. Like we started doing, my kids were going to an integrated art school. It only went up K to 6. So we had to start building a legacy. We had to build the next grades into a high school. So there's a legacy of that left behind. The first school that my kids went to, it was a brand new school. We had to go and find all the books. We had to raise money for all the books for that library. We left a legacy behind. Other ways to contribute, we had a pretty big trauma in our family when my kids were 16 and 18. And sometimes the best way is to help other people. So the summer my son was 16, we volunteered for everything. We volunteered up here in Whistler. We didn't live in Whistler yet. We volunteered at Tough Mudder. We volunteered at the Cloverdale Rodeo. We went and helped move stuff for the summer games. We just got out of our own space and we got out of our own heads and did things like that. So start there. See if there's things that you can do that they don't have to be creating a big legacy. Maybe it's just helping someone do, like one of our members of the ladies meeting, Jen, and Stacy, they've created a fundraiser for MS. One of our ladies, Debbie, she's always helping out with Dress for Success. And any of the leftover clothes that we have go to my sister's closet, which is an actual secondhand store, which is really cool. So start thinking about, you've got 90 seconds, on different ways that you are contributing to other people. But in the end, you are also helping yourself by helping other people, I find. You're leaving a legacy behind. You're getting out of your own space. And you're going to end up understanding other people better because you can see what their challenges are in reaching their goals as well, which is really interesting. And maybe you're going to see a life hack. We do a podcast called Epic Lifestyles as well as the ladies meeting. And one of the things Kathy and I always ask at the end is, do you have a life hack? Well, as you're out there volunteering with other people, you're going to naturally find life hacks and little things that'll make your challenges easier as well. And you never know when it's going to be you in that spot. So now you've got a team of people who understand what you might need back. I always say, given you shall receive. And definitely has been a successful point of view for me. So you've got 23 minutes left. And just write down different things that maybe little projects, maybe big projects, maybe it's just help your neighbor. It can be really, really little, or maybe it's a legacy that you're going to leave behind. So 7 seconds left. I challenge you to take this and do this once a year. Maybe you're going to do it once a month and see how it builds. There'll be other tools that'll help you achieve some of these goals as well. So if you go through the motivational journal that this will come with, at the moment, if you sign up for the motivational journal, this is going to come out as a separate piece, and eventually it'll be integrated into it. So go to anisajane.com. We'll also be making it available to all of our ladies meetings members, and just spend some studio time, personal studio time, and be creative about your own life because you're designing a beautiful life. This is Anisa Jane. Take care. Bye-bye.